confidence to believe in myself. PG gave me a chance, and I hate to disappoint people, so I didn't want to let them down, and I took it upon myself to make sure that I was prepared, make sure that I knew what was going on, so I can kind of direct traffic back there. But I just it starts with them, the coaches.
Yeah. After you get that opportunity, and then you have an off season to kind of prep on yourself and study. What are the things that you think you had to do coming into this season to be the best that you could be?
Well, first off, I think I wanted to start with earning the trust of the guys, because at the end of the day, it's the players on the field.
Yeah.
So I want.
Hey, Raider Nation, ready for a deep dive into one of the most underrated players on our revamped defense? I'm Narrator's Name, and today we're celebrating the grit, hustle, and heart of safety Isaiah Pola-Mao. Teaser: imagine a backup turned starter who forced 2 fumbles in a single game, earning AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Intrigued? Stick around. This ride is just starting. Last season, when injuries struck our secondary, Pola-Mao answered the call. He started as a backup, but once he got in, he stayed in all 14 games as a starter in 2024. He racked up 89 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 5 passes defensed, and even a sack. In Week 16, a signature performance: 9 tackles and 2 forced fumbles against the Jaguars, earning him AFC Defensive Player of the Week honors. Wow. Now, what makes him special? Pola-Mao blends physicality with smarts. He isn't just a hitter, he's a film room warrior. According to his coaches, he doesn't repeat mistakes. He studies the tape, adjusts, and builds muscle memory. Imagine a guy who corrects himself so quickly that his disallowed errors turn into instant learning moments. That's the kind of player every coach dreams of. And get this, he's signing back for 2 more years. In February 2025, he inked a 2-year, $8.45 million extension. That's Raider investment in action, believing in his talent, his character, and his trajectory. Now let's break down how he's positioning himself as the backbone of the secondary in our next scene. What's changed? A lot. This offseason, the Raiders lost key defenders in free agency: Trayvon Moehrig, Nate Hobbs, Robert Spillane, and brought in new faces. That shift thrust Pola-Mao into a leadership vacuum. Analysts say he'll be the longest tenured defensive back and will need to fill that leadership void. No pressure, right? But here's where he thrives. Pola-Mao's specialty? Versatility. He played both safety spots in 2024 and even contributed on special teams. His pro football focused run defense grade? A solid 72 point for a major upgrade from earlier play. Now, reports say he's better suited as a deep safety, though his man-in-box matchups were a bit shaky. That's helpful intel heading into camp. Still, there's debate. Some draft analysts point out that Pola-Mao finished with just a 54.2 overall PFF grade, room for growth. And though the Raiders likely won't bring in a veteran DB before camp, the team may still bolt in post-camp if needed. That means Pola-Mao is on notice. Perform and hold on to that starting role. Call it challenge or call it destiny. With safety spots open and eyes on him, Isaiah is entering training camp not just to play, but to command, to prove he's more than a fill-in. He's playing for leadership, respect, and to show the league he belongs. Talk about stakes. But if you've watched him grow, you trust that he's ready. Let's jump to his collaboration with Coach Graham in the next scene. Raiders defensive continuity alert. Patrick Graham is back as DC. That's a massive plus for Pola-Mao, who played under Graham in 2024. No new terminology, no new playbooks, just refinement. In training camp, that means chemistry and trust. Pola-Mao isn't learning on the fly. He's sharpening skills he already has. Film room discipline combined with coaching rhythm equals explosive growth. Sources note that Graham's system praises players who watch film rigorously, and Pola-Mao is one of them. Every rep becomes a teaching moment, and Graham will highlight him as a student-athlete exemplar. Imagine that synergy, a coach prize player who keeps leveling up. Then there's the swagger. With a returning DC and his film habits, Pola-Mao is entering his 4th season as a Raider. 44 games, 14 starts, 117 tackles, 5 TFL, 3 sacks, 1 INT, 6 PD, and 2 forced fumbles across his career. He's paid his dues, and now he's primed for the spotlight as a defensive backbone. So training camp isn't just reps, it's statement building. Every drill, every snap, every audible. And with a DC who values growth and a player hungry to lead, that statement is loud. Polamalu is here to stay and dominate. Next, we're spotlighting the fan and media reaction shaping expectations. Let's talk fan and media buzz. On Silver and Black Pride and just Blog Baby, critics are cautiously optimistic. Some caution that Vegas still lacks a surefire CB, and Polamalu needs to make more impact plays than last year. That's not a flame, it's a spotlight. And our guy thrives under pressure. Then there's NFL.com's Dan Parr highlighting him as a player worth rooting for, hinting at lineage, tenacity, and serious breakout potential. Even analysts compare his toughness to safety legend Troy Polamalu. Yes, he's Troy's nephew. It's family DNA and proven performance. In training camp, expect Nate-level cameras on him. Not because he's flashy, but because he earns attention. Whether he's breaking on run support, dropping into zones, or forcing turnovers, people notice. And as fans, we build narratives around those plays. Raider culture thrives on grind, resilience, and passion, qualities Polamalu embodies. But it's not just flashes, it's consistency. Week after week, film after film, Polamalu's job is to prove last year wasn't a blip. If he finishes similar to last season or better, he cements himself as a foundational piece. And that's a message to every Raider fan. This kid is not only staying, he's building. Let's dive deeper into his play style. According to Raiders Breakdown with Eric Allen, Polamalu's instincts and anticipation stand out. He's not just reacting. He's preempting routes, reading QBs, and blaming offenses before the snap. That's elite safety processing early again. On film, he demonstrates top-tier angles and alignment, always slightly off the eligible receiver, ready to read and react. That Week 16 game, those 2 forced fumbles weren't luck. They were instinct and tackling precision, closing space, wrapping up, and dislodging the ball. That's game-changing impact. Off-season buzz from Media Day had him speaking with clarity about his role and mindset. He's mature, focused, grounded. The word on X, Twitter, is that he's learning, listening, taking it all in, and that he's excited for the challenge. That attitude matters. He's hungry, coachable, and in-game ready. Now, imagine the full season. A 6 feet 4 inches, 205-pound safety who reads plays faster than most QBs can throw them. A former UDFA who earned a multi-million-dollar extension. A coach's film room darling. And you are the fan watching him fly around the back end. That story worth tuning in for. Let's connect emotion with analysis. Because Raider football isn't just sport, it's identity. Polamalu, from undrafted free agent to centerpiece, embodies the Raider ethos. Swipe right on grit, resilience, and defying odds. That narrative resonates because it feels like Raider blood. Picture the stadium. It's late Q4, game tied, opponent driving. The QB reads safety, but Polamalu is angled, ready. He floats in, hits the receiver, and the ball pops loose. Raiders recover. The crowd erupts. That play? That is Raider football. That's live legacy. Tech talk aside, these are the moments that define seasons and fan memories. That's why Polamalu's journey matters to us. Not just because of tackles or stats, but because he represents what Raider Nation fans value. Fight, heart, unpredictability. So whether you're tailgating, watching from Vegas Strip, or logging in via Sunday Ticket, keep your eyes peeled for number 20 flying. Because that number might just be the X factor in our defensive renaissance. To wrap it all up, safety Isaiah Polamalu is the underdog story turning into a headline. From undrafted free agent in 2022 to reliable starter in 2024 to $8.45 million extension and potential defensive leader in 2025. This is growth in real time. And as Raider fans, we live for it. With a returning DC, new roster dynamics, and depth chart competition, ISA has the chance to elevate not just his game, but this defense. If you followed his journey, you know this is his moment, and it'll feel like watching a natural-born Raider thrive. Now, Raider Nation, let me hear you. Are you with ISA? What's your bold prediction? Pro Bowl nod? Defensive captain? Let me see those comments, and we'll strategize together all season. If you believe in the hustle, the culture, and Raider identity, smash that like, hit subscribe, and share this with every Raider loyalist. This is video storytelling. This is crowd fire. This is silver and black pride. Thanks for riding with me. Go Raiders, and let's make this season legendary.